People come up to me every day, they say, Tom, get away. And then they say, these are the jokes, folks. It doesn't get any better than this. You paid for Elvis tribute artists. This is complimentary, right? People come up to me and they say, Tom, so how do you get to be a judge? And I say that with them. And they say, well, if I was a judge, what would I be looking for? You'd be looking for this piece of paper right here. And on this piece of paper is the piece of paper that every one of our judges have. This is from Elvis Presley Enterprises. And they judge on 4 categories. They judge on vocals, appearance, stage presence, not popping peas, and overall performance. I only now realized how many peas there are on this piece of paper. They judge from 1 to 10, with number 1 being poor and number 10 being wow. So vocals, appearance, stage presence, and overall performance. And the vocal score counts twice when they add up all these numbers, because the most important part of being an Elvis tribute artist is the voice. That is what our judges are looking for. And right now, John, if I could have a little traveling music, I want to introduce the judges. Wink, that's Sandy. Sandy, that's Gary. Gary, Victoria. I want you guys to a lot of contests that you go to, you don't get to meet the judges because it's held in smoky back rooms. But we have a smoky front room in Nashville. First up, back again this year as a judge, because she just loved it so much last year. 18 years at the Grand Ole Opry as Director of Opry Talent, Scheduling, and Logistics. She's so proud of that title. It's up to her. She books all the artists on up to 7 shows a week at the longest running live radio show in history, the Grand Ole Opry. Before that, she worked for Dick Clark Productions in TNN's Prime Time Country with another one of our judges. And they still speak, so that's good. She's a member of the Country Music Association, the Academy of Country Music, and the recording. Oh my God, I had that break. I was just so excited. She's also, for the last 3 years, been named a Woman in Music honoree by the Nashville Business Journal. She's a lifelong Elvis fan, and she says if it was up to her, Elvis would still be in the Grand Ole Opry from 1954 onward. Please welcome Gina Keltner. And Gina, mic for the judges on. All right, Gina, are you on? Hand it to Gary, he knows what to do. Yeah, throw it to me. Hello. Exactly. I had a feeling if I told Gary to turn on the mic, he'd take it to dinner, so I thought that was probably not better. Gina Keltner, welcome back.
Thank you.
To Nashville. So what was your experience? Hang on, what's that? What was your experience here last year, and what made you want to return this year?
Well, gosh, Grand Ole Opry, Nashville. I'm a huge fan of Elvis. I want y'all to know that I'm painfully aware of Elvis's history with the Opry, and I can assure you that would not have happened if I had been under control today. I grew up listening to the man, and I'm honored, and I take my job very seriously.
And because of Gina, another Presley got to play the Grand Ole Opry, Lisa Marie Presley. So
yes.
Thank her for that.
Yes.
All right, next up is one of our judges at the. We're going to see a movie tomorrow afternoon if you're coming here, and we're so honored to have her here. At the age of 4, she was already on the Danny Kaye Show, and she was also the original voice of the Chatty Cathy doll. How many people have the Chatty Cathy doll? Gary, put your hand down. Put your hand down. You probably saw her on Green Acres, My 3 Sons, Family Affair if you grew up in the 60s, but she was also in a little movie called Speedway with Elvis. And I've already alerted the box office to take inventory on the hot dogs.
Hey, that's a rumor.
Exactly, that's just a rumor. Please welcome Victoria Page-Meyer. Victoria, thank you so much for being here. And this, as one of our judges who actually knew Elvis and worked with Elvis, this must be so out of body for you to be able to see these tribute artists. What do you think Elvis would think about this?
I think he'd love it. I think he would be honored. What is a bigger compliment than to be perpetuated?
We're going to talk tomorrow before Speedway, before the movie, about your experience. But just really quickly, as a person now looking back on that experience, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about Elvis?
His presence. I'm very moved by the presence of the artists and how genuine and real Elvis was, at least with me and everyone I ever saw him interact with. He was always a gentleman, kind, generous, giving, and warm, just warm, and loved music so much.
Yeah.
And was so excited about having Lisa Marie and all sorts of stories. But no, I'm thrilled to see everyone keep him alive and to perpetuate and to be part of this. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Victoria, for being here. We're going to talk at Speedway tomorrow. By the way, Speedway is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, released in 1968. So in honor of that, all tickets for tomorrow's movie are 1968. And if you think that's too expensive, obviously you haven't been to a movie in the last 10 years. Because you're getting off cheap. I'd be glad it wasn't released in 2010, because then the tickets would be $20.10. You know? All right, our next judge. One of those people I was talking about that can do this job way better than me. A singer, a songwriter, a TV and radio personality, and a judge. Now, this is going to be on your resume. A judge in the Nashville Elvis Festival. He sings everything from contemporary Christian to pop to country and Southern gospel. He's got Dove Awards, Grammy nominations. He's written songs for everyone from Kenny Rogers and Alabama and T.G. Shepherd and Winona and Amy Grant. For just a second, I felt like Bill Cody. He may also remember, you're going to remember, he's going to remember when he hosted a little primetime talk show on TNN called Primetime Country. He was the country Johnny Carson. We are so happy to have him here. Please welcome Gary Chapman. Gary. You're one of our new judges this year, and you're about 5 contestants into the competition. So what are your initial thoughts on just this whole experience?
This is great. I can't believe I wasn't here last year. This is so much fun. I love the crowd as much as I love the show. This is a great blending of humans, and I would love this so much. And I'm by heart very judgmental, so this is perfect for me.
Gary's always walking around going, 4,
No.
3. Love that. All right. Our next judge, back again. Part of a husband and wife team that I actually was thinking about this. I don't remember when we met. That's how long I've known these people. She met Elvis, and she remembers that when she was 14. She was the daughter of a nightclub owner on the Sunset Strip. And on many chaperoned dates, she got to know the personal side of the king of rock and roll. She was also a dancer in many Elvis movies, and you can see her walking up next to Anne Margaret and Elvis in Viva Las Vegas in a purple dress. I think it's a purple dress.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
I still have it.
And then she met Wing Martindale. And I knew it was a mistake giving her a microphone. If you've been to Graceland, you've seen her blinged out sunglasses and things that she's got there, and we are so honored to have her here. She loved Elvis, but she loves her husband even more than Elvis, and she loves Elvis fans. Sandy Martindale. Sandy, you're
Yes.
back again.
Yes,
You've
Tom.
been a judge in the ultimate competition.
I
in
have,
Memphis.
Tom.
You've come back for a second year
I
here
have.
to Nashville. You've talked to the judges before we were coming out here. And what did you tell them about this experience, or what to expect when you came out?
A very hard job. A
Yes.
very hard job, because we want to pick the best representative to represent our guy Elvis.
Yes, exactly right. And an incredibly difficult job, because you know at the end of the weekend, you're going to change someone's life.
Yes.
And 19 guys are going to hate you.
I was also a judge in Miss Tennessee's contest, and that's when I first realized that. You see all these darling little girls, and one girl you're going to make her happy, and the rest of them are going to hate you.
Yeah.
But it's, it's our job, and we have to be guided, and we have to do the best job we can, because we really want to pick the best representative of Elvis. It's nothing personal
Yes.
to any of the guys. It's just, you know, close your eyes if you hear Elvis. That's it.
That's right. And you know what? And I said that, and it's actually not true. These guys who come here to compete, they love Elvis so much. They've come from 8 countries around the world to be here. And the fact that they're here competing is just incidental. They love singing the music of Elvis. They love being in front of Elvis fans. And win, lose, or draw, which I think might have been a show that Wink hosted, they love to sing the music of Elvis Presley, and the competition is just who is best this weekend in the eyes of these judges. And they go on and carry on the music of Elvis everywhere they sing all around the world. That's what's important.
I have to say that too, Tom, that I'm very impressed with all the guys and their love and respect of Elvis and how hard they work. It's very impressive, and they're all really nice guys. I mean, it's really, this is a privilege and an honor for us, and we enjoy every minute of it.
And what I love about all the judges, they, you know, during the competition, they don't talk to the contestants beforehand. During all the rounds, they don't associate, you know, they go to the NCO club, they don't associate with the officers, they stay over here.
Learn that in game shows.
Exactly, learn that in game shows. But when it's all over, they love to talk to the guys and find out their personal stories about Elvis and what makes them do what they do. And our final judge today, a gentleman that I picked up 7 a.m. yesterday morning, and we did the rounds of morning radio yesterday. And I have to say, when this entire weekend is over, my takeaway experience is sharing my little Jeep Wrangler with Wink Martindale, driving around Nashville doing radio with Wink. You know, careers in broadcasting come and go, and then there's this guy, Winston Conrad Martindale from Jackson, Tennessee. Went on to Memphis, worked at WHBQ, hosted a little show called Clock Watchers in Memphis. I'm reading this like I have to have this. And also, Wink Martindale of Mars Patrol, and hosted a little show called the teen dance program called the Top 10 Dance Party. And he had a guest on that show named Elvis Presley. And Wink was also in the room the night Dewey Phillips played an acetate from Sam Phillips called That's All Right, Mama. And Dewey wanted to interview Elvis, and Elvis was not around at his house, and so Wink was the one enlisted to call Gladys and Vernon and say, get the boy down here. Also, something you might not know about Wink Martindale, he had a top 10 song in 1959. He has a gold record that's at the Memphis Music Hall of Fame for a little song called Deck of Cards. And he was on the, you can YouTube this by the way, he's on the Ed Sullivan Show. Yes, and if you were like myself growing up in the 60s or 70s, you had sick days that you could be out of school. And there were times that I'd be sick and I would stay home, and pretty much all I did was watch game shows. And I wanted to either be Johnny Carson or this guy. Aww. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nashville Elvis Festival. Back again for the 2nd year, Mr. Wink Martindale.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, sir. It's great to be back, Tom.
Well, thank you for being here, Wink. You knew Elvis. You know, there are people in Elvis's life that were there with him before it all happened, and there were people that were with him after it all happened. And I always heard from people like Red West and Jerry Schilling and people like that were around before it happened, that he didn't really know if they were friends with him because they liked him or because he was Elvis. And you were one of those friends. Literally, from the first second his voice was broadcast, you were there. Elvis Presley as a person, what are your memories of this man as a person?
We've all heard this, and I'm not saying anything that hasn't been uttered thousands of times, especially the people in this room who are here because of their love of the King of Rock and Roll. But he was one of the most genuine human beings, if not the most genuine human being that I've ever met as a dear friend. He was compassionate, he was loving, he was generous. My God, he gave away so much. If he saw someone on the side of a road who had a flat tire and a broken down car, he wouldn't fix the tire, he'd give the money for a new car. It happened more than once. He was a great guy, and the fact that this room and this town is filled this weekend with Elvis fans is a great compliment to the man who truly changed the course of music for all time. And my God, I can't tell you how pleased I am to be a part of that history.
And Gary, if it's going through your head, what's going through my head? God, I wish I had a voice like that. Man. Man. Well, thank all of our judges for being here. They've got the most difficult job in the room. And I wanted to be sure to hear from them today because I think it's very important what they do. All right, we're going to go back to our Elvis tribute artists.